Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. There's Porter. Just want to show you some. They're going to start doing some groundbreaking over here for a construction project. Just want to show you the area. And this is in Roxbury. For those of you who don't know this area, this is where the old Bartlett T garage used to be at. Now, allegedly, they said they couldn't build nothing on here because of toxic grounds or whatever, but apparently they're going to build on here anyway. The story was, at least what I heard or what was told, they didn't want to build any buildings on here because of oil, all kind of, mechanical waste that was seeping into the ground over years. So I don't know if they cleaned that up or if they found a way to rectify that problem, but I just want to give you guys a little view of what's going on. So this is the area that they're focusing on right here, where they would begin digging. Probably not today, maybe tomorrow, but they're kind of scoping it out right now. Let's take a walk around and see what we see. They used to show movies over here, like, well, since COVID they really haven't did it, but I think before COVID they would show movies, drive your car up and you turn to a radio station and you can hear the movie through your car radio. That was I want to say, well, maybe they did do it during COVID too. I think they did. Just want to give you a little view of what's going on. You can see the old cobblestone in the ground. If you can see it right there. That's the cobblestone. Years ago, people used to take that, and I don't know who they sold it to, but they used to take them out of the ground and sell them to people. I'm not too sure like how much they're worth, but so I'm gonna show you the picture of, and I get on the other side and show you what the complex is gonna look like in a second. So this is for future use too. This is for people who don't come to Boston as well. For those of you who never came to Boston, don't get out the house that often, something for you guys to see. It's gonna be a 5-story structure. It's gonna be mixed income. They always say mixed income, but I don't know what they mean by mixed income. We gotta find out. You get the ISD permit number there as well. But we're gonna find out what mixed income mean, because, like, what's their terminology of mixed income? And they say that, but I heard, I don't know how true it is, I heard that they gradually change it over the years. I could be wrong. I don't know all the facts behind it, but I have to keep on top of that kind of stuff. So this is an application for employment. You come down here and fill out one, and allegedly you can get need a OSHA 30 certification. Okay. So this is, well, that's not, or maybe that's the image of the building right there, how it's gonna look. I'm not sure. Maybe that's not the image. Maybe it is. No, I don't think that's the image. I think that's just No, I don't think that's. I think that's just an advertisement. That's not how it's gonna look. I think it's gonna look different from that. Maybe take a walk around the area and show you guys how the area looks. That's in Spanish, but for those of you who read Spanish, where will Oasis be? It's a hard hat area, which it should be. Take a quick walk around, and like I said, I figured by next week they'll be digging ground and be moving ground and doing what they got to do. I guess once they get all their marks done, they start digging. They're doing right now. They're just doing measurements, getting the blueprint layout of like where they're gonna dig, where their forms are gonna be at. You know, get their markings. Once they get their markings, then they'll be good to go. Sometimes that's the preparation part of it. So that takes, you know, you got to get the rough area where you want to be at. And every piece of land that they could find, they're building something on it. They're definitely building something on it. I wouldn't be surprised if this place right here is next to go. This used to be an old Cadillac repair shop. At least that's what I thought it was when I remember it. I wouldn't be surprised if some investor gets their eyes on that building right there. I wouldn't be surprised. So I wonder why they got these things are usually to keep water or liquids from flowing out. So I wonder why they got those draped around the whole building, around the whole area. It's like a whole bunch of hay wrapped up into a round net. And I always see when they use those, it's kind of filter, it's to filter liquid, either coming in or going out. In this case, it's probably going out. So maybe they do got some contaminated ground in there. That's the only reason why you would do that. There's no other reason why you would put that there that I can think of anyway. I can't think of any other reason why you would put that there around the whole thing. And that's a lot of hay. And they kind of doubled up too. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this section here is doubled up. One's older than the other one. You see where somebody actually cut the fence and they closed it back up again. I don't know if somebody cut. It looked like somebody cut the fence. That's what it was. Somebody cut that fence and they kind of closed it back up again. Just gonna take a quick walk up here. And this is that place. I don't know if they were still working over there or not, but they always used to have cars in the yard. There's still cars in the yard now. So always been cars in that yard. And I think they're like for the most part, they're Cadillacs. So this is the area. The area up there is probably a secondary area, but I don't know what's going to be on that side. But this whole area used to be the Bartlett T garage. This we used to park all the buses. Allegedly, the reason why they closed it down because people were complaining about noise and pollution in the morning. But if you were going to switch over to natural gas, there wouldn't be no need to close down because the natural gas buses are more cleaner and quieter. So And that was the same era when they were phasing it over. So there had to be more to the story anyway. There's always a story behind the story, just so you guys know. So it wasn't about nothing about pollution. It wasn't about noise. It was about moving this land for something different. Because the T is the state. The T is more powerful than the city, and they've proven it by what they do. Even though the citizens of the city don't want the fare hikes, they still raise the fare because it's the state, and the state travels to different cities. So it's a proven fact that the state always overrides what the city does. And another proven fact, if you look at Columbus Ave, nobody in the city wanted that bus route on Columbus Ave. I talked to numerous people in the city. Nobody. When I say nobody even knew about it. They didn't have any meetings about it. And if they were private meetings with Marty Walsh. They definitely were private. They weren't public. They weren't made public. Nobody mentioned anything about it. They just decided that one day we're going to put a bus stop in the middle of the road. And my question is, how is it safe having a bus stop in the middle of the road when now you have kids, elderly, handicapped people that have to cross the road in a wheelchair, in a carriage, in a walker to get on a bus where they can safely get on it from the sidewalk, which they're normally walking on. So that goes to show you that people don't think wisely and they don't plan wisely. Because and the thing is, this has happened all through all leadership and all levels. Even in the workplaces where we work. There are people in authority that are not able to function properly. And they're making sad and wrong mistakes. And it's going to be a proven fact down the line as you go on. We're gonna see it. This is a documentary of what's to happen down the line. We'll be our own worst enemies and not realizing it.
Can you respond to that 290 Western Avenue? She's towing to the gentleman there that's trying to retrieve his vehicle.
Here's where you get the power from. Anybody want free electricity, all you gotta do is tap into those wires right there. You got your neutral and you got your two phases. All you gotta do is just tap into it. It's unmetered at that point. It's not even metered. Or you want to put a safety mechanism on before you hook it up to your device, or else you're gonna burn it out. But it is free electricity. It's just sitting there for somebody to take. Eventually, they probably put a meter box there with some temporary breakers on it. And this is all the developers are trying to get. Even these buildings right here. If you go back about 10, 15 years, none of those buildings were even there. None of those buildings. The Dunkin' Donuts wasn't there. That building wasn't there. That was just an open lot. And that lot opens to the rear of Williams, what's the name of that street? It's Killingworth Street. Sorry about that. It just slipped my mind for a second. I think it's Killingworth Street. That goes to that's the rear of Killingworth Street, off of all right. Yeah, the only reason why I could think you put these hay, I call them hay savers, but they're more like a filtration device. So it's supposed to catch any kind of like debris that washes out to the street. The only reason why you probably put those there, unless you were trying to keep something from coming out. Yeah, so they're just mocking up everything. once they get all their marks and all their stakes and all that stuff done, then they'll be ready to dig. Take a quick walk back up here. As you see, they got one you can't even call that a backhoe. I guess you could call it a bulldozer. They got one there and they got one over there. It'd be interesting to. I check on this area periodically and see how they're doing. If anything develops, like maybe I do like a before and after, or a before, in the middle, and after, so you can see how it changes over the years. So the people that had thought they had a view, they won't have a view anymore. Like all those houses there that had the view to the to Washington Street, they soon won't have any view at all. Alright guys, I'm gonna head up out of here. Somebody's beeping the horn like crazy. Don't know why. Not too sure why. It doesn't make any sense, but doing something. $60 mixed income apartments. So that means it's going to be total of 6. It's going to be mixed. They don't say what's the percentage, so they don't tell you if it's going to be 30 this, 30 that, or it just says 60 mix. So they're expecting to be completed by 2022. Well, we'll keep an eye on it. That's all we can do. Let's give you a quick walk through here and head up out of here. And this was something that they had planned a while ago. Like they don't let you in on their meetings. Like years ago, you can sit in and you can talk to them and ask questions. Now it's all like more like a private type, like members only type meeting. That's what they have. The BRA, and they have the zoning board. Those people are more like private people. They're not really. And most of the people, matter of fact, if anybody can name one person on the zoning board or one person on the BRA that lives in the community, let me know, because I don't know any of them. If they do, then let me know. I'd like to talk to them. Matter of fact, that might be my next thing to find out, is who are the members on the BRA. He's making a temporary door frame there, if you can see it. That's gonna be a door where you can open and close a freaking door. Actual door. But yeah, I'm just curious to know, like, who are the members on the BRA, and who are the members on the zoning board? Like, do they actually have names and titles and positions and all that kind of stuff? It's interesting to know, because we don't know. And if we don't know, you gotta ask. If you don't ask, you won't know. So this part here looks like it's still not completed yet. The bottom part anyway. This part here is not completed. Well, This is like a parking lot for this building, I guess. Not too sure. This looks like they're still working in there. So if they're still working in there, that means this is not fully completed. This definitely is not completed at all. More likely the lower levels are going to be commercial space. Then the upper levels would be where people live. So it's interesting. I'm not sure if that's going to be a gym. Grand opening January 2020. Alright guys, I'm gonna head up out of here. Catch you on the next one. Nez Porter.